The first topic that I want to touch briefly on today, Madam President, provokes both sorrow and pride. I am sorry to report that last week my people in Louisiana were hit by yet another hurricane, Hurricane Francine. It was a Category 2. It was right on the line between a Category 1 and a Category 2. We had winds of 100 miles an hour. We had 9 to 10 inches of rain. We had a vicious storm surge. My people did what they always do. They got ready for it. They reacted to the storm with grace and with pressure. My people filled sandbags, and we checked on our neighbors, and we listened to our local officials. We said prayers for our first responders. My people are tough as a pine knot, but they're also compassionate, and we made it through. Some have said, well, compared to past hurricanes, Francine was not as bad as some in the past, and that's true. It could always be worse. But that is cold comfort for the thousands of Louisianians who sustained damage from that storm surge and those ferocious winds and that rain. And I want to assure my people that as we have in the past, we will persevere and we will make it through. I have never in my years in the Senate voted against providing relief for any of our sister states and my fellow senators who have asked for it, who have been the victim of a natural disaster, and I never will. That's the first role of government, is to protect people and property. And I will never vote against aid for one of our sister states that through no fault of its own is struck by nature. I say that because I will be asking the American people to help Louisiana one more time. We won't ask for a penny more than we need. The help that I will seek will be in the form of personal assistance in housing, for example, infrastructure assistance, and mitigation grants. I want to thank President Biden, Governor Landry, with whom I toured by helicopter the damage last week. Governor Landry asked for a disaster declaration from the president, and President Biden was quick to agree. I want to thank him for that. I want to thank our FEMA administrator, Ms. Deanne Criswell. She came to Louisiana immediately after the storm passed through. And I want to thank our administrator for being on the ground and her personal touch. One of the things I talked to the administrator about, as you know, FEMA has implemented a new flood insurance premium program called Risk Rating 2.0, which is breaking the backs of every insured in the flood insurance program. Premiums have gone through the roof. I can assure you that the damages would have been much worse with respect to Francine had it not been for the investment that the American taxpayer and the taxpayers of Louisiana have made in new flood protection systems and new levees. And that money that we have spent, including but not limited to the money by Louisiana citizens who tax themselves to build these levees, our people should be given credit on their flood insurance premiums for that investment they have made. All you have to do is take Terrebonne Parish as an example. In Louisiana, we call our parishes, our counties rather, parishes. Terrebonne Parish at the southern part of my state has spent over $1 billion of their money, and we're not a wealthy state. My people in Terrebonne taxed themselves to help build a levee system called the Morganza to the Gulf levee system, which will mitigate the damages from this last storm. Had it not been for the levee that my people taxed themselves to build, and look, I don't want to be unfair. The Corps of Engineers and the American taxpayer helped us too. But we did our fair share. Had it not been for those levees that my people contributed to, the damages would have been billions and billions and billions of dollars just from storm surge in South Louisiana. For a Category 2 storm that moved through quickly. And that investment by taxpayers should be reflected in the flood insurance premiums, and they should go down.